Welcome back to Surrey Supernatural. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and lets me keep bringing you more creepy content from Surrey's most haunted corners. Today we're heading back to the county of Surrey, this time zeroing in on the historic and haunted town of Guildford. Whitmoor Common, a land soaked in strangeness. Our first stop is the mysterious stretch of Whitmoor Common. This quiet place of heathland hides a surprisingly violent history. It is believed that as early as the year 568, Whitmoor Common was the site of one of the first recorded battles between Anglo-Saxon tribes in Britain. Skip forward to 1864 and a violent incident was recorded here again, when a man was stabbed by another during a dispute, probably between two travelling gypsies. Then, in May 2005, the common gained attention once more, this time as one of the many alleged haunts of the Surrey Puma. Witnesses claimed two dogs chased a large panther-like creature up a tree. Whatever it wasn't something native to British wildlife. But it's not just wild beasts and violent acts that make Whitmoor Common eerie. There's a ghostly figure who has been seen more than once, and her appearance are nothing short of chilling. In 1988, a retired police officer who had previously patrolled places like Brookwood Cemetery alone at night was walking his dog across the common. Around 10 a.m, he saw a woman walking towards him. She wore a long grey coat, not a cloak, but a tailored garment that stood out for being oddly formal for a walk on the common. But what struck him most was he couldn't remember her face. And strangely, his dog didn't react at all, as if she wasn't even there. As she drew closer, she suddenly stepped off the path and vanished behind a clump of trees, past scrub and branches. The officer waited for her to reappear on the other side, but she never did. He reached the same spot where the trees opened up slightly, but the space was completely empty. There was no other path, no direction she could have gone without being seen. He turned back to her crossing in the path to check again. Still nothing. He later recalled that years earlier he had worked on a murder case on the same common. A body had been found, and more chilling still, he vaguely remembered hearing about another young woman who had lost her life there too. But yet she hasn't appeared just once. There has been multiple reports of a solitary woman walking the exact same path, always alone, always vanishing. One report came a decade later from another woman walking the same route, who saw the very same figure. Whitmoor's tragedies aren't all spectral. During a time when the area was used as a military training ground, a group of soldiers sought shelter from the rain by crouching beneath one of their trucks. But as the rain poured and the earth turned to mud, the vehicle began to sink, crushing the men underneath. It's a story rarely told, but the land hasn't forgotten. The haunted shop on White Lion Walk. Now we shift to another part of Guildford, White Lion Walk. Today it's a modern shopping precinct, but beneath its polished exterior lies a past far less ordinary. Where the Clinton's cards store now stands, there once stood a pub called the White Lion, and before Clinton's the building was home to a luggage shop called Salisbury's back in 1996. One afternoon, a young staff member named James was on his tea break upstairs with a colleague named Alison. As they chatted, surrounded by displays of suitcases and bags, they heard a strange rattling. Suddenly, a large Samsonite suitcase, which was heavy and securely mounted, ripped itself from the wall and flew across the room towards them. Frozen in shock, neither James or Alison could move. When they finally composed themselves and ran downstairs, they told others what had happened. To their surprise, they even told this wasn't the first time. Strange events had occurred before, and on one occasion a priest was even called to bless the building, with little effect. One manageress reportedly resigned, saying the building harboured something violent and angry. Even now, under the Clinton Cards banner, activity hasn't stopped. One employee reported hearing rattling noises coming from the staff toilets. When they went to investigate, they found that bottles of cleaning products had been thrown around the room with no one else inside. Whatever haunts that site, it's clearly not ready to leave quietly. So whether it's a vanishing woman on a foggy common, crushed soldiers, or a suitcase with a mind of its own, Guildford is hiding more than just history in its shadows. Thanks for watching Surrey Supernatural. If these tales give you chills, leave a comment, hit that like button, and make sure to subscribe for more ghost stories, eerie encounters, and haunted history from across Surrey. And until next time, stay curious and stay spooky.